We're live. Hello, Facebook, and a warm welcome to the Boro page. This is the Three Wise Fools. My name is Idris, and in the centre it is
Matthew.
And to my virtual left it is our good friend Richie.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm well. Happy Father's Day. Hope you had a great day so far. How was it for you,
Happy
Matt?
Father's Day. Work, busy, run around like a loon. But yeah, it's good. It's nice, isn't it? Nice to see the kids and get some little bits, I suppose.
It is.
Do you have a particular routine? Do you have a particular routine on Father's Day, Richie?
Well, I was lucky this morning. Charlie and my partner Bex got up and made me some eggs royale, which is one of my favourites. Like, muffins with a bit of salmon on, and beautiful. Oh, it was ace. That was good. But then since then, it's been out gardening and digging things over. So no rest for the wicked. How true is that? Same for Matt. I think he's had a bit of a busy one.
Busy day. I'm going to my dad's at 5, steak. I'm just going to sit and do nout, a few beers, and chill out and see my dad, and then Alex is coming. So it'll be good. No, it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen the kids. That was lovely. Good times.
So we thought, being Father's Day, we'll come on air for a little bit and wish everyone a great day. And
Happy Father's Day, people.
Richie, happy Father's Day, yeah.
Happy Father's Day, Matt. Happy Father's Day, Idris.
I know. Idris, have you had a good one, first and foremost? I know you're going shopping. But
yeah, we're gonna have a barbecue in a bit. There was a bit of rain earlier on, but everything's all prepared. So it's my youngun's birthday today. He's gonna be 14.
Oh, right, good.
So we're gonna have a little bit of barbie in the garden. So
nice.
Just getting a few bits and pieces. So yeah, so that'll be a nice treat for Father's Day.
Nice.
What you cooking?
I'm a master chef.
In the barbecue, it's a man's rite of passage, isn't it? Being able to do a barbecue.
Do you know what, Rich? You know what would have been nice? Doing this live from Idris's garden. Maybe like someone barbecuing for you. It'd be lovely, that.
Yeah, wouldn't have been that if we'd got an invite. Nice. It would have been even better.
Yeah. Is he going to blame lockdown
now?
No, you're not in the bubble. You're the 6 people bubble. Not in the bubble.
I don't think my bubble's big enough for Richie's head.
Yes.
Salad.
Joking.
All right, I can take that,
mate. Anyway, on to Father's Day. So, what's your message? What's your message to the fathers out there today?
Oh, I think about dads who would. I think about, first of all, I was thinking actually earlier on about those who have lost their dad, perhaps through the pandemic, and how sad that is, because it's not just, we all die eventually. I mean, that's the reality, isn't it? But if people have lost their dads at the moment, they wouldn't have been able to see them off properly, perhaps, and not everyone who the funerals. It's just a bit different gravy altogether. It would just wouldn't have been very pleasant. So definitely thinking about sons and daughters who are in that sort of situation, lost their dads. And then think about dads themselves, full stop, who are doing a good job spending time with the kids and, do as much as they can to bring well-rounded, well-educated, kids who are capable and resilient in the world, and how hard that can be. But it's nice to have a day to recognise it. So well done to them.
Yeah, it is. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, sorry, Idris, go on.
Especially in terms of people that have lost fathers during this pandemic. A good friend of mine, his father normally quite fit and well. Obviously it had COVID-19 and went to hospital, didn't come back out. None of the family were able to go and see him when he was ill in hospital. It was only a handful of people on the funeral. Normally, Asian funerals and Muslim funerals are quite large gatherings. So yeah, I think he put a quote on his Facebook today that was quite poignant. So yeah, I think it's important that we show some support to people that have lost loved ones during this pandemic, and make sure that everyone is getting the support and help that they need to overcome.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like you touched on the pandemic, and I think, like, I know my granddad died a lot of years ago. Now my mum still, there's always a poignant moment on Father's Day, and I think these days just bring up just how important you are as a parent. I think, not just as a father, but as a mother. And I think if you're doing the right thing and you're trying your best, because it is, I would say, bar none, the most difficult thing I've ever undertaken. And I think you can take on anything in the world, but when your kid isn't adhering to what you would like, or your values, or like my son's now 13 and he's starting to find his way in the world, so that brings other worries. And I think, I think when you look back to newborn babies, they're quite easy, really, aren't they, compared to when they start talking and getting personalities and not doing as they're told and stuff. But I take my hat off to every parent, really, and I think Father's Day and Mother's Day, they're good days to celebrate that. And I think people who are doing the right things by the kids and are trying their best, it's a good thing. And when you are struggling with your mental health as well, like I have in the past and I still do sometimes, your kids they're a good distraction, because you can't be like that around them. You can't be down. You have to be chirpy and perk yourself up and stuff. So if you are struggling, it's a difficult time, and but take heed of what your kids can bring you just by giving you a cuddle and showing you a little bit of love and giving you a card. It doesn't have to be you going to the pub. You can't do that now with getting hammered because it's Father's Day. Take a step back and just appreciate what kids can bring you. Just world, doesn't it? So I take me out to every parent.
Oh, we swapped. I mean, I have the relationship with my son, with Charlie, which is very open. Like he knows when I've had struggles. He knows when I've been anxious. He knows when I've actually felt quite depressed, and very open with him about it. But I'm very open. I've had lots of conversations with him about how to prevent that, or not prevent it, but how to best deal with it, how to become more resilient to these sort of things, and what to do in your life to make sure you stay pretty as stable as you possibly can. So I talked about well-being and all the tricks to happiness and things like that, and he's very open about it, and it means he's more open as well when he's got things going on. Or I won't speak on his behalf about his life, but it's ultimately a good relationship we've got. And he lives with his mum and with me on a weekend, so there's a lot of dads who are in that situation as well. It's might be dads who are struggling, doing everything they can to see their sons or daughters, and that's worth remembering as well. I think there's a lot of, it's not as easy for dads sometimes. That courts will obviously usually give the there's organisations like Fathers for Justice who fight for the rights of dads, and it's tough. It's definitely a harder struggle because of the maternal strength and the favour in the law, towards women as well. So that's really tough. There's a lot of dads out there who are doing everything they can and still not getting the reward of being able to have good quality time with the kids. That's brutal. That's fucking brutal, isn't it?
It is. And I think people don't have to be frightened of. Sorry, Idris.
No, I was going to say absent fathers fall in two categories. I think personally, I think those that really want to engage with with their children, and they have that, the relationship maybe not right with the mother, and the courts against them, and their struggle not being able to see them, and those that really don't really give a shit about their kids. So I think we there are two camps there.
Absolutely, and I think there's a lot of sorry. I think there's a lot of blokes who
go on, Matt, you go.
I think you're right on that point, and I think I know when I first separate from the kids, mum, you feel guilty and you think, oh my God, I'm going to let my kids down. But actually, if you don't be frightened of it and accept it, and and I have a decent relationship with the kids, mum, and you can see your kids, you can pick them up whenever you want. You can say, I'm going for a walk up the hills in the week. I'm lucky like that. But don't be frightened of it, because the time that you do spend with your kids, if you're not with the mother, it can be invaluable, and I tend to probably overcompensate at times and probably spend a lot of time trying to do good things and stuff, and really just sitting about fine. But going back to dads who don't give a shit, I think there's a lot of people like that, and you see, like, I call them dads of the year, where you see them walking and me, my little, and look at how and you think, oh wait, mate, like, come on. Like, you don't have to be loud and brash about the fact you've got your kid in the park for half an hour. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's something where blokes may blame the mums a lot and say, oh, she doesn't let me see them. But hang on, but like, what effort are you actually putting in? And I think days like Father's Day, if you have maybe neglected seeing your kids for your own selfish purposes, I think it's a good time for you to just give your head a little shake and think, do you know what? And you've always got time on your hands to change that and become a good dad.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's never too late. And if if you're not earning, you're struggling to pay your way for your kids as well. That's tough because you're probably the best, and that's going to be even harder now for a lot of dads. But if you don't pay your way and you can, and you don't spend time with your kids and you can, like I said, you can always turn that round. There's always time to do it, but you've got to do that, because basically you don't do that, you're setting those kids up to be problems in society and problems to themselves and have a really miserable life. And be those sort of kids who really do struggle. A lot of kids who do end up growing up with mental health problems themselves probably didn't. A lot of them didn't have stable lives themselves. We've all got a duty to give our kids that awareness and give our kids safe and give them the things they need to pay your goddamn way as well. If no
pay your goddamn way.
True, isn't it?
It is.
I hear those things about dads, and I'm like, you're a piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, why don't you don't do it? I do. It's like, oh yeah, it's just going in the mum's pocket. No, it's not. It's paying for the kid, isn't it? It's paying for the bloody kid's food.
It is, isn't it?
Paying your fair share. Do you know what I mean?
It is. But on the flip side, there are a lot of dads who are paying the way. There are a lot of dads who are paying the way and more, and trying the best and having that good relationship with it. And I think it should be celebrated. And we all have kids, boys is near enough the same age, and my son's now, got himself a little girlfriend and a nice group of friends up in Gisborough, and lurking near you, Rich, all the time. So, but it's going to bring different changes, and I'm conscious now that I won't see him as much now. I'll just be pick me up, feed me, pick me up, feed me, and that's fine, because that's what I used to do, and it's a different. It's nice to have that different relationship and see them change and see them grow, I suppose. And all we can do is try and help them with our knowledge and our experience, isn't it?
That's it. That's well said. But there you go. Everyone gets a chance at some point to turn things around, and I do.
Yeah, when it's not too late,
Say what?
It's not too late, is it?
No, never is. Never is, and it can be tough. People have other things going on in their life. It could be addiction. It could be damn well anything, really. But they often their own experiences.
But like we say about men's mental health, Rich, you've got to help yourself.
Absolutely.
You've got to help yourself, and if you're not seeing your kids because you can't be arsed, and you've got to help yourself, and you've got to help them and change it.
That's right.
Well, let's celebrate good dads.
Okay, guys, let's celebrate good dads, and we want to wish all our viewers out there and everyone that has watched this or will watch it later on a very happy Father's Day. Keep up the good work to all the good fathers, and to the fathers that aren't so good, pull your finger out and give your head a shake.
I just want to say that if you have lost someone and it's your dad, or you're not close to your dad, think of the good times, think of the happy times, and make a celebration of it rather than trying to struggle through the day or week or whatever it is. Well, happy Father's Day, everyone.
Happy Father's Day.
When are we back, guys, with the Three Wise Fools?
Today
should be posting today, I think, and then we'll be recording another one in a week's time which will come out in 2 weeks today, won't it?
Yep.
So
yes. So we'll be back in the studio for another recording early mid next week. Back in next week, and then we'll be on air with the program we got recorded later on this evening.
Lovely.
So, bye for now, and I'll see you during the week.
See you later. Take care, boys.
See you later.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Father's Day to everyone. Have a good day. Bye.